We don't get in trouble because we do something wrong or unethical. Sometimes we get in trouble because we're seeking to honor God. Attempting to live your life with faith and joy, to live according to the scriptures, to make your God your highest relational priority, attempting to live like this can present a lot of traps as an attempt to lessen the sovereignty and the undisputed power of your God. We see this now more than we ever have, don't we? Because our spirituality, our ferocity, our resilience, our brilliance, our belief in the Lord, our practice of our spirituality, our compassion, the dispensing of our grace and our mercy, our drive in life, our inability to ever settle for anything less than full liberation, our full participation in the culture, our awareness of how sick the world is, and more specific, how diseased our country has become. It makes people who are trying to hold on to power feel threatened by the love and loyalty you and I have forgot, particularly those of us whose skin has been darkened by nature's sun. And it creates such envy and jealousy that those who have power are attempting to throw us into peril and danger, to throw us into threat, suppression, regression. To me, it's 2025's version of being tossed into the lion's den. The lions now being those who are irresponsibly attempting to do great harm to our ethnic-powered progression. So we all live with these traps that are set for us as we attempt to be closer to the Lord and to live in ways that reflect his will for our lives. And here's the message: you can't avoid traps. They're always going to be there. It might even be because of who you are and who you are becoming in the Lord that the traps are being set for you in the first place. So then the question becomes, how do I deal with the traps? Some of them I can't even avoid. I can't circumnavigate my way around them. So how do I deal with them? I think Daniel teaches us a couple things. One, I think Daniel trusted prayer to keep him from absorbing everything he was exposed to. From absorbing everything he was exposed to. And we know this to be true because he's learning with all the other captive and apparently presenting himself in such learned fashion that Darius becomes shocked to hear that Daniel is praying to his God and not bending and bowing like others to his kingly throne. He can't even fathom, it's in the text, he can't even fathom that Daniel's prayers kept his feet firmly planted while being saturated with such pedagogy and training that was intent on stripping him of all that was important to him regarding his faith and praxis, his heritage and culture, his upbringing, and his learning observances. However, Daniel did what becomes a powerful invitation to all of us. We can't always change and avoid these traps set for us. We can't control people's perceptions of our practices, our disciplines. We can't ever make people who don't live relying on God. We can never make them understand what that relationship means to us. But every day Daniel has to absorb what is not native to him, not spiritually beneficial to him, and yet he would go back to his modest chamber, go down on his small prayer rug, face the open window towards Jerusalem, and strengthen his life through prayer. He used prayer to order his thinking, probably to purge his mentality of all of this counter pedagogy. In prayer, he gets to rehearse his grounding through prayer, connect again to his strength through prayer, return to what keeps him healthy and patient and tolerant and expectant. And it's all because prayer for him was not just a chance to talk to God and to commune with God. Here's the point. Prayer for him was to sanctify him against all his captors were trying to teach him. And my friends, you can't avoid all of the traps that will be laid for you in this life, but whatever else you apply is a coping mechanism, and all of us, including clergy, use a lot of coping mechanisms. Whatever is your personal strategy for survival, let the same belief in prayer that made you a target, let the same prayers keep you layered in protection, covered in eternal security, hedged in from life's threats. Let prayer sift all that you encounter, help you to navigate with strength and not surrender, with trust and not futility, with hope and not despair. I have a whole lot of opinions about how we should navigate these months and years as this country wrestled with our belief based on this experiment we call democracy. But please don't underestimate the one discipline we have to trust no matter what. It's what got us here tonight, and it's the strength of our prayers.